Hi everyone. So, well, it is dark up in here. So I'm going to make a video that none of you have to watch, so you can click out right now if you don't want to watch. But if you want to stay, go ahead. So I'm going to be pretty much studying, and I think if I speak the questions and then answer the questions and write them down at the exact same time, my answer doesn't have to be I'm thinking I'll memorize it better because, as I said in my last video, probably the long one, which no one probably watched except D. Henry. So I want to, maybe this will help me study is what pretty much is what I'm trying to say. It's kind of cold in here. Sorry. And so I'm going to be saying the questions, answering that, reading the choices, and then I'm going to choose the right one. I might automatically know the answer, but if I talk about it, maybe I'll know it better. Memorize it better is really what I'm trying to say. So don't judge me if I have stutters or anything like that. I've never been the greatest at reading stuff. So this could be the biggest fail video ever. I mean, I don't know. I told you I'm going to make videos, so I'm making videos. Maybe one of these times I'll just read a chapter out of a book I'm reading or something, and you could hear how badly I sound. Like, I even tried to mimic voices. I even try to, sound like different people for each character. It's all over the place, and it's dreadful. But that is not today. So let's get this started. So I'm going to do... I don't know if this still works if I'm going to do this. We're going to put you to the side, and we're going to put you right here onto my other side. There we go. That works. So I'm going to be doing, you won't be able to see it or anything. You're just going to hear the questions. I'm going to answer, blah, 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 blah. Because I still haven't learned how to do that magical thing other YouTubers do. So I'm doing the CDL because I want to be a bus driver, and that's the job I need. So I'm going to start, I'm going to do, because I've already gotten kind of 3 minutes in, I'm going to do a short one. I'm going to do, which one's first? I'm going to do passenger vehicles, because for a bus driver, you have to have your CDL, which is the basic general, which is, I think, Class B or Class A, one of the two. And then, or I think it's B and C. Class B and C is the general. And then I also have to have the S, the Class S, which is school bus knowledge test, and then the Class B, which is passenger vehicles as well. I have to find out from the actual people if I have to know the air brakes test as well, because some buses do have air brakes. But we're going to do that. And sorry, I got people trying to talk to me. I'm like, nope. So we're going to do, because I took the main test, I'm going to do the exam, because that's what it kind of feels like. I'm going to take an exam, and you're going to watch me fail extremely badly. So I have to get an 80% to pass, and I only get 4 mistakes on this. So let's see. And there's 20 questions, so that's not too bad. Here we go. If your bus is equipped with an emergency exit door, it must always have a red light, door light turned on, not have any signs, stickers, or markings near it, and 3, be secure when the bus is being driven, and 4, all of the above. My answer is all of the above, because you want all those for the emergency door, and I was wrong. I should know this by now, but this is the same question I get the answer wrong on by now. I need to write this down. Be secure while driving is the only answer. I'm literally, wow, look at my handwriting. I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but Like, it's so bad. I just scribbled. Is pretty much what just happened. Wow, this paper is really, yeah. It doesn't even look like I wrote anything. So that's fail number 1, and we're already 5 minutes into the video, so I'm going to try to keep the commentary down. Maybe. The bus sped on a curve. Oh. Did I just say the bus sped? The posted speed on a curve is 1, safe for cars in good weather. 2, safe for buses in good weather. 3, safe for cars and buses in bad weather. Or 4, all of the above. I know this answer, and it's safe for cars in good weather because just because you're driving a bus or anything bigger than a car, it's always going to change. Cars can only do it in good weather on curves, so it's always meant for cars. Shut up. Which of the following statements are true? 1, you can tow a disabled bus with passengers aboard only in the nearest safe spot to let them off. 2, you can tow a disabled bus with riders on board only if it's dangerous for riders to get off. 3, both of the above are true. Or 4, neither of the above are true. And my answer is you can tow a disabled bus with a riders aboard only if it's dangerous for riders to get off. And what? Maybe I didn't read the first one correctly, but it's both of the above is true. Maybe I have test anxiety. Like, I talked to one of my teachers at the college the other day, and they mentioned how they had test anxiety, and I feel like I might have that. Because when I was practicing the Accuplacer, the thing I'm really good at is math. I bombed that compared to the reading and the writing. It's dreadful. So next one. So 2 wrong so far. I got 2 more to go. When should you check your mirrors for a lane change? 1, before and after signaling the change. 2, after completing the lane change. 3, right after starting the lane change. Or 4, all of the above. And I know this one. I have to know this one. This better be right. But it's all of the above. Number 4, let's go. Yeah! I got this. So, finally got one right. I mean, obviously I got a couple right. So, on to number 5. When stopping for a railroad tracks, you must stop no closer than how many feet before the nearest track? 1 is either 15, 50, 20, or 25. The answer is 15, I think. Haha, cha-ching. See, I'm good with numbers. I can remember the number facts. Those are what I remember. Everything else just goes, whee. Goodbye and good luck. Okay. Next one. A bus may carry passengers. A bus may carry baggage or freight in the passenger area only if it's secure and meets which of the following requirements? 1, any rider can use all exits. 2, riders are protected from falling and shifting packages. 3, the driver can move freely and easily. And 4, all of the above. I believe the answer is riders are protected from the falling and shifting of packages. Nope. It's all of the above. I have 3 wrong answers, and I'm failing so badly. Ooh, hi, person. It's not going so well. Just so you guys know, I'm doing the CDL test because I need to study, and I figured saying it verbally might help me remember, and I'm just realizing now I don't know any of the answers. I memorized them by looking at them, but actually saying them out loud now, I actually don't know the answers. So it's just like, I'm good at memorizing, but I'm not good at keeping it memorized well, maybe? I don't think that makes sense. Anyways, so next question. I have 3 wrong answers. You only can have 4 wrong answers to pass. I'm probably going to stop it if I go over 4, so the video is not too long. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask, but let's continue. A traffic light on a drawbridge is green. You should, 1, stop at least 100 feet before the draw of the bridge. 2, stop and wait for the attendant's instructions. 3, cross as more than one person watch me. Newcomer, I am making a video of my studying skills, so maybe it would help me remember is what's going on. My CDL test, I'll probably do an AccuPlacer one later. So far I got 3 wrong. I'm on question number 7. I can't have 5 wrong or I failed the test. And so my answer for this one is the green. Slow down and make sure it's safe to proceed. That's my answer. Which is right. Oh my god, 3 people? Am I really that popular? Since when? That's like impossible. If you have any questions, you can comment during the live stream. But I am very shocked there's 3 people. I can't be that interesting unless I really am. So, newcomer, I'm studying CDL. I know, right, D. Henry? It is. It is growing. And I'm glad for that. And everybody, thank you for watching. But I'm practicing for my CDL test. I want to be a bus driver. And I figured verbal practice would be better than memorizing it because it obviously didn't help me for the first time I took the test. So I'm going to go on to the next one. If you have any questions, you can ask because I will stop studying if you ask. There's another person. What the heck is happening right now? Since when did I become so popular? This is so nice. I don't even know when this started happening. And see, there we go. That seems more like it. So anyways, during your, I can't even speak right now. I'm failing so hard. I barely said the sentence and I can't even read it. This is why I don't read out loud. I don't read out loud because I can't obviously speak the English that I'm reading. But yeah. During your pre-trip inspection, you should sign the previous driver report only if 1, defects listed on it have been certified as either repaired or not needed to be repaired. 2, you have personally witnessed all the defect lists on the report being repaired. 3, you know the previous driver personally and trust him or her. Or 4, no defects are listed on it. And I know this answer because I've seen it so many times, but yet again, I've seen a lot of these already, and I failed every single one. But I'm going to go with you can sign if everything on the paperwork is certified as a repair or not repaired. And I was right. Yay! So I have freedom to go on. I don't even understand why you guys are watching. This was more of a studying for me, but thanks. Again, just so you're aware. If there is no traffic light or attendant, how far from the draw of a drawbridge must you stop? 50 feet, 5 feet, 30 feet, and 100 feet. I know this. This is 50 feet, if I remember correctly. Which is right. Heck yes. Are you sure you just want to watch, you guys? You can ask questions. I mean, I'm sure there's something else I can talk about if you ask me, you know? And thanks for the 2 thumbs up, you guys. So I'm not failing too badly. I only still have 3 errors, and I'm 10 questions in. If I can get 10 more through, I will pass this test. This practice test, really. Which of the following statements about the roof hatches is true? 1, you can lock the roof hatches. Did you hear that? I said hedges. Hatches is in a love them. They're delicious. I actually had some last night when I was my mom came back from her trip, and it was delicious. It was from what is it place? I don't even know the place because I've never seen it before. It's not from Maryland or Washington. This fast food restaurant-y place. It starts with a C. I can't remember. I noticed when I shop, I'm just like, what is all these cheese products? There's so many. So I love cheese. Cheese is delicious. I love actually making homemade macaroni and cheese with real cheese. The bomb. I die just a little every time. You really want me to talk about America's Dairyland cheese? I mean, it works too. What else is there? I like food. Who doesn't like food? Like, if anybody didn't like food, we wouldn't have this many food products, honestly. I want to go to Italy, though, because Italy has the food spectrum reversed. Instead of eating processed food here in America being cheap and fresh food being expensive, in Italy or somewhere in the UK or something, it's actually the reverse. The fresh food is cheaper than the processed food. So if you wanted like a frozen pizza or something, you had to pay more money for that than you could if you just made a homemade version or something like that. So I find that interesting and everything. This can't be that interesting. I wonder if it could show me. No, that would have been great. But yeah, my day was uneventful though. I really probably should continue studying, but now I don't want to. Tomorrow I have an interview. Oh, that's something I probably should say. I have an interview tomorrow. I mean, which is like, yay, and kind of, oh, should I really go kind of deal? Because if I do pass the CDL tests that I have to take, and, you know, if I pass them, I will have a CDL, and then I'll have a bus driving job, which is officially a job. Tomorrow is more of an interview, and that's a potential to have a job. So it kind of makes me wonder, should I really go to the interview? I can always reschedule it, but I don't want to. But I'm getting things done, at least, except today. Today I've done absolutely nothing except watch Supernatural with my friend all day long. In this chair, exactly, because I've been watching it online. So I'm tired, just a little bit. Anything else? No? Okay. I'm going to go back to my test because I probably should get this done. Because the more I practice, the more likely I will pass that test. And that means I'll have a job, which means I'll have money so I can leave the house. And maybe not all my videos will be from inside my house. I mean, I do some in my car, but still. I don't even remember what the question was. Short-term memory loss for a moment. Let's see. You had a boring day too. Boring days are not fun. My day was technically not boring. It was uneventful, really, is what happened. I had an uneventful day other than watching TV. Like, oh, and I made brownies. Delicious brownies. Delicious brownies with Reese's, what is it called? Reese's peanut butter chips deal. Oh, they're delicious. I just had 3 pieces. They're small though, so it's not like I overeat. Thanks. I did not know that the drivingtest.org people had a YouTube channel or whatever you call this, so you can watch. That's awesome. Okay, D. Henry, that's great. I like Dairy Queen, but sometimes it's too sweet. Maybe I'll get a Dairy Queen. I do have some money. Maybe I'll go to Dairy Queen after I finish all these tests. I'm only doing one though right now, so. But yeah. So anyways, back to my test. Which of the following statements about the roof hatch is true? You can lock the roof hatch in a partly open position for fresh air. Thank you. The bus has lower clearance when the roof hatches are open. You may not leave the roof hatch open at any time. Always leave the roof hatch open, partly open. What? I didn't even say that right. Always leave the roof hatches partly open. Can't even say the sentence. I don't think I've gotten this question before now that I think about it. All this studying, I feel like half the information I learn just kind of goes out my head and it kind of sucks. And then I just have to guess. And it's like, guessing's not a good thing. This will have to be one of the questions I have to go back and study on. But I'm gonna say you can leave it partly open for fresh air. I was right! Yay! So, can a bus carry 100 pounds each of Class 1, Class 3, Class 4, and Class 5 hazardous material? A is yes, but only at night. 2 is yes, but only for a short distance. 3 is yes, and 4 is no. I actually know this one. It's yes, and I was correct, so haha. So I haven't forgotten everything I learned. That's great. What is the steady line? So first one is a 2-inch line on the floor that all the passengers must stay behind. 2, a line at the back of the bus where passengers must stay before exiting. 3, a line around each step to give each passenger a little personal space. Or 4, a 2-inch line down the aisle to keep passengers away from the driver. The answer to this is, I think it's 1. A 2-inch line on the floor that all passengers must stay behind. Yeah, I think it's 1. That sounds about right. And it is. Awesome. Some of these questions I feel like are trying to trick me because they sound the exact same, but they're phrased just only a little teensy weensy bit different. And I'm just like, wait, what? It makes me it makes me doubt my answer. And that's probably why I always get the answer wrong sometimes. So I'm doing great. 13. I'm 30 questions in and only missed 3. So I'm passing so far. If your bus starts to lead towards the outside on a bank curve, 1, the road is wet. 2, you have a flat tire. 3, you are driving too fast. Or 4, you are driving too slowly. My answer is you are driving too fast. You're getting to the curb. And it's correct. Do not drive fast in a bus because you will endanger your passengers. Bad thing. No, no. Okay. Number 14. Woo! If a passenger is drunk or disruptive, you may 1, drop the passenger off in a safe, well-lit public area where there are other people. 2, drop the person off at the next scheduled stop. Or 3, follow your carrier's guidelines for dealing with unruly passengers. Or 4, do any of the above. My guess is 4, because I feel like all those are correct, but maybe not. It could just be number 1. I'm going to do with 4 because that was my first instinct, and usually my instinct's right. So, and I would have failed that if I just pressed 1. Yes! And that's what happens is I doubt my first instinct and I go with the second answer. So, something to know. Never doubt your gut instinct and your first thought when you read questions. When is the best to wear your seatbelt? Okay, I don't think I need to read any of these answers because that's an answer that should happen anytime, even not in a bus. I mean, buses don't usually have seatbelts, but if they do, we probably would have this rule as well. But I'll read the answers. Anyway, 1, only when you will, maybe that's just phrased weird. Only when you will be driving over 35 miles per hour. 2, only if your bus holds more than 27 people. How does that make sense? 3, always. And 4, only if required by company policy. And if we all know the answer is always, and it's correct. Wow, I'm doing way better now that I've, calmed down. I think talking to you, D. Henry, kind of helped me get my anxiety down. Maybe I do have anxiety when it comes to tests because I'm doing better in this half than I was before we started talking about cheese curds. Okay. If your bus has an emergency exit door, 1, it must close whenever the bus is in motion. 2, the 3 emergency door lights must be turned on at all times. 3, it must not have any signs, stickers, or markings anywhere near it. Or 4, all of the above are true. Why do I feel like we've had this question before? Maybe we did. But the answer to this question is 4, all of the above, because you don't want. Maybe I'm wrong, because I am. The answer is it must be closed whenever the bus is in motion. What? So they don't care that there's stickers or anything on the door or whatever? Okay. See, I feel like half those questions were right. But of course it's not. So I have 4 errors right now, which means I'm still technically passing if I can get through the next 4 questions. Only thing is, if I get one more question wrong, I fail it anyways. So let's hope I don't fail. Always check the interior of the bus before driving to ensure rider safety. What are you looking for? 1, aisles and stairways should always be clear. 2, all seats must be securely fastened to the bus. 3, the emergency exit signs on an emergency door must be clearly visible. And 4, all of the above. I'm going with all of the above, but I've been taking all of the above, and I've been getting the answer wrong, but I have a really good feeling it's all of the above on this one. And, of course, I am right. Maybe I really need to just, double read the question and double read the answers, because every time there's a question that has all of the above, it doesn't mean it's always all of the above, even though it sounds like it. How many temporary folding aisle seats are permitted in a bus that is not carrying farm workers? This question, when I first read it, was shocking because I didn't even know there was I didn't even know you had to have a certain amount for it to be okay on a bus. But yeah, or no, not be okay or whatever. I have no clue. But number 1 is 6, 2 is 4, or A is 6, B is 4, C is 0, and D is 8. Had to switch them over by person. And I know the answer now that I think about it. It's actually 0. You're not even supposed to have temporary folding aisle seats on a bus, and it's correct. Which of the following statements about hazardous material are false? These questions always trick me because they're false questions, and I always try to think of a true. This one, because I always think, oh, I'm looking for a truth answer. No, you're looking for false, something that's not true. So every time I have to read a question, I always have to think, is that true or false? So that's going to be something I'm going to have to really work on. So for this one, shippers must mark each package of hazardous material with the material name, ID number, and hazard label. I believe that's true. 2, buses may carry small arms ammunition labeled ORM-D. I believe that's true as well. True. I'm not chewing it. 3, many hazardous materials cannot be carried on a bus. I believe that's true as well. And 4, you can carry any hazardous material on your bus as long as they are properly labeled. Now, I don't even know where the false answer is, because I believe that's one's true too. One of these is false, and I don't remember which one it is. And this is about passenger. I'm going to say number 3 is not true. The many hazardous material cannot be carried on a bus. Watch it be true. It is true. Gosh dang it. The answer was you can carry any hazardous material on a bus as long as they are properly labeled. That one was false. Of course it was. And I failed because I got on that last question. I almost passed. That last question got me, and I would have passed, but I failed. So sad. So I have 5 questions in my challenge bank that I'm going to go over. Or not. Where are you? Yep, here we go. Because you always want to go back to those challenge bank ones, because those are the ones that you didn't get right, because those are obviously the ones you need to work on. So again, for 5 questions. A bus, and also when this happens, they kind of just route it about. If you get it wrong again, it just goes through the cycle again and again until you get it right. And usually you can get it right the second time. So there's no need to worry. There's no passing or failing on this part. A bus may carry packages every time. A bus may carry baggages or freight in the passenger area only if it's secured and meets which of the following requirements? 1, riders are protected from the falling or shifting packages. 2, any rider can use all exits. And 3, the driver can move freely and easily. 4, all of the above. I believe last time I only said riders are protected from falling or shifting packages, and they said all of the above. So I'm going to go with all of the above. And correct. So next time I'll have to remember all those were good because you want to make sure your passengers can get out no matter where everything is. Every exit. Make sure nothing's gonna hurt a passenger. And I think there wasn't one more. I don't remember what the other one is. It doesn't show me any of the answers anymore once I answer the question. So, okay, next one. If your bus is equipped with an emergency exit door, it must 1. Always have a red light turned on. 2. Not have any signs, stickers, or markings near it. 3. Be secured when the bus is driving. And 4. All of the above. So your bus is equipped with an emergency door. It must. Last time I think I said all of the above, but the answer was be secure when the bus is being driven. So I'm going to go with that one. And it was right. Yay. So obviously when I say it verbally, I'm actually remembering it better than just seeing it and reading it in my head, which is good to know. So this is actually working. Which of the following statements are true? 1. You can tow a disabled bus with riders aboard only if it's dangerous for riders to get off. 2. You can tow a disabled bus with passengers aboard only if the nearest safe spot to only to the nearest safe spot to let them off. 3. Both of the above are true. 4. Neither of the above are true. So last time I only chose one, but now that I read them, they're the exact same answer. The only difference is one tells you if it's dangerous, keep your riders on the bus and tow, and the other one tells you tow to the nearest stop as you keep the riders on the bus, and they use passengers instead of riders. So it's pretty much the exact same answer. They only shifted a couple of words to a different answer. They try to trick you. This is why people fail tests, because they're tricking us. So answer both of the above. And is it correct? It is. Yay. So I only have 2 more to go, and then I'll stop the video and we'll be all done. So the question is, which of the following statements about hazardous material is false? 1. Shippers must mark each package of hazardous material with the material name, ID number, and hazardous label. That was true. Number 2, many hazardous material cannot be carried on a bus. True. I think. Was it? I don't know. We'll have to read all of them. That was just my first thought when I heard it. 3, you can carry any hazardous material on your bus as long as they are properly labeled. And 4, buses may carry small arm ammunition labeled ORM-D. So last time I think I actually chose many hazardous materials cannot be carried on the bus. Now that I think about it, that actually was my answer last time, and that's why I failed. That's why I said I thought it was true, because it's not. It's you can carry any hazardous material on the bus as long as they are No, that one's not true. It was one of these two that are not true. Oh my god. Which one did I think it was? Oh, I'm looking for false. That's one I'm so messed up in that right now. Which one is false? Many hazardous material cannot be carried on a bus. That is definitely true. So I'm guessing the other one's false because it sounds more false than the other one. And I was right. So you can carry any hazardous material on your bus as long as they are properly labeled is actually false. I have to remember that because that one actually, it sounds right to me because I hear properly labeled and etc. But you have to remember there's a keyword that says any, and it also talks about along. Any hazard material, and then the question above it was only a certain amount of. These tests, I swear, I'm stressing myself out now. Last one. If your bus has an emergency exit door, 1, you must be closed. It must be closed whenever the bus is in motion. 2, the red emergency door light must be turned on at all times. 3, it must not have any stickers or markings anywhere near it. And 4, all of the above are true. So this one sounds exactly like that question I asked a couple questions ago, and the other one had a specific answer, but I thought it was all of the above. So I think this one's actually the all above because that one was so specific about its answer. So I'm going to go with all of the above, and hopefully I'm right. I'm not. Dang it. I just tricked myself. I just failed myself. I tricked myself into believing an answer that was not true when I knew it wasn't true. So the actual answer is it must be closed whenever the bus is in motion, the emergency door on a bus. And yet I believed everything else was true. It sounded true. Why couldn't it just all be true? So they asked it again, of course, because this is the challenge bank, etc. And now it's done. That's it. I've got all the questions done. I will practice the other ones later when my brain has stopped hurting because that was a lot to take in. So yeah, hopefully I will pass this test, but I'll just have to keep practicing next time because my brain needs a break. Bye, guys.